All right, so this is DK64 No Levels Early. There's going to be a lot going on very quickly that we will do our very best to explain. So just keep that in mind. This game is very, very broken. There's a lot of glitches, and we're going to be starting off with one right away that I will need about 5 seconds of quiet time to make sure that I actually do get the glitch. So without further ado, on 3. So 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, hold on, guys.
Hold on.
All right.
There we go.
Alright, so right here, he's going to cancel the intro story cutscene on the menu. So by doing that, the intro story is actually running in the background as we're in the game file here. So as this is going on, we're going to be doing stuff on our file, and we need to cancel some fade outs, which happen at certain times, or it'll pull us back into that intro story. So the first one will be coming up at 55 seconds, and Kiwi has a timer that he's looking at himself, so he knows when these fade outs are coming up.
My timer actually reset, so we're YOLOing this.
Oh no.
Oh no. So he's gonna jump into this barrel right here, and it's gonna cancel the cutscene.
All right, we got the first one.
Nice.
So if you saw the screen was fading the black slightly as he entered the barrel, that means the cutscene was overlapped. So these barrels right here we got from Cranky are moves that we cannot learn from doing this glitch, which is called main menu moves. And main menu moves will put us in our game in a state that will allow us to have all the moves and all the upgrades from Funky and Candy.
I went too early. Ugh.
It's okay.
I have to start over.
It's okay.
So. All right. All right.
There we go.
Second time's the charm. And this time the timer's actually going.
Okay.
Good, good, good.
Yeah, so the reason we need those timers going is it's really important to hit the fade outs at the proper time. We're trying not to get pulled back out of the game by the intro story.
Yeah, as you saw there, that cutscene started playing, meaning that he went in at the wrong time.
Yeah. So a little bit of a time loss here at the beginning. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. We really do need this glitch. It's pretty important for the majority of the run. It's going to give us all the moves at the very beginning of the game. We never have to visit Cranky really after this.
All right, so once again, we're going to head over to the first training barrel and cancel it at 55 seconds. Good.
So again, these training barrels here that Kiwi's working to do, we have to complete these 4 training barrels in order to get some moves that are kind of just like basic moves, climbing trees, throwing oranges, throwing barrels, swimming. We don't get those from Cranky, we get those right here at the beginning of the training grounds. So we'll be completing those as main menu moves is getting set up.
There we go.
Good.
There we go, all right, we hit the fade out this time.
So this is the vine training barrel. All we have to do is cross this vine, collect the coin, and now vines will actually spawn in the overworld. And then since there's no scene transition in between these 2 barrels, we can just enter the 3rd barrel immediately. So this is the barrel training barrel. We throw the barrels, and this gives us the ability to pick up and throw barrels. Who'd have thought?
The last barrel we throw at the tree comes faster to break it.
Alright, so right here, we're gonna save and quit. We're gonna leave that last barrel there, because that barrel actually gives us 20 oranges. However, if we do this glitch, we'll lose all our oranges, so we want to do that after the glitch is done. And we'll be using these oranges to skip a bunch of golden banana dances.
So the first thing we're going to do is examine our file. that makes all of the manipulations that we're going to do in the main menu apply to our specific file. And then we're going to watch some boss cutscenes. You'll see that I immediately got kicked out of Castle Boss. That's because we hit one of those scene transitions with the cutscene, and it immediately canceled the longer cutscene. And what this will allow is that later on in the run, we will get a shorter cutscene and make use of this time that we have to have the intro story playing in the background. And so I know people are a fan of the rap, but I'm not really a fan of the rap, so we're going to listen to Factory Boss. Sorry, everyone. And so there's some unique properties about Fungi Boss compared to all the other boss cutscenes. This is the only one that will give us all the moves and upgrades for all the Kongs. The other ones only give us some select moves. You can also use a 6-Banana Fairy minigame, and those will give all the moves and upgrades as well. But it's a bit slower to use those than it is to use Fungi Boss. And so we exit back to the main menu, and now we're waiting for the final scene transition that happens at 4 minutes and 25 seconds. And so long as we have good RNG, it will immediately pull us. So that's bad RNG. There's a 2 out of 9 chance to get bad RNG, and we
got the leg shake.
We got the leg shake.
Yeah, the leg shake is the classic kind of bad RNG example. It's one of the most notable ones, so it's really funny that he gets it.
We get pulled in the second time, so now we're pulled back into the game after the intro story is completed, and now main menu moves is complete, and we have all the moves on this file. Some more other interesting things about main menu moves is we are not able to take damage. If we take damage, nothing will happen. And also, in main menu moves, we are not able to pause. So we can't hit the pause button and leave levels early, so we'll be navigating levels by doing many different ways because we can't save and quit out. And along with that, the game does not save at all. So if anything serious happens, like the game crashes or we soft lock, the game is not saved. So Kiwi is going to be making some safety save states in certain spots in case this happens.
Yeah, we like playing safe.
And so we just completed the final training barrel. That's the orange throwing training barrel. That will be useful for skipping some cutscenes later on.
So normally we're supposed to exit training grounds by getting the ground pound move and going over to the switch, but Kiwi's just going to go ahead and swim through this wall because walls don't exist in Donkey Kong.
It's something you'll find out very quickly. Walls are merely a suggestion in this.
So I want to go ahead and talk a little bit more about what No Levels Early actually is. So this is kind of the mid-tier Donkey Kong 64 category where we kind of relate this to 70 Star in that in some way we're doing some parts that are intended of the game. We are going to go to each level kind of in order, and we're going to make sure that we have the proper number of golden bananas to enter every level and the proper key as well to open the level lobby. So it's just a little bit more of a way to play the game as intended with still a bunch of glitches. If you guys watched the interview beforehand with Spike, Vegeta, and Kiwi, they were very right. This game does belong on the Mount Rushmore of completely broken and busted games. Obviously, you just saw Kiwi swim through walls. We're going to see a couple of great tricks here in a little bit.
While K Limsey is opening level, we should introduce ourselves. I am Captain Cole.
I'm Secret Humor Man.
And I'm Middens Hug.
I'd also like to give a shout out to Tudos, who unfortunately could not be here. He was originally going to be on the couch, but he was unable to make it until later in the week. So we're thinking of you, Tudos, and we wish you were here.
Dose bag.
Dose bag.
So right here, we can skip this golden banana dance by hitting the loading zone at the same time we pick it up.
And now we're heading on into Jungle Japes, which is the first level of the game. Opened up the B-Walker as intended.
And so we're going to immediately start with some glitches, because why wouldn't we with DK64? I keep saying how broken this game is, so let's show it off.
So one thing, if objects are really close to the wall, a lot of times you can use that object to push you out of bounds, which we're going to do with this bush right here.
Yeah.
So that's called bush push. And when we're out of bounds in DK64, we have to be a little bit careful because we don't want to hit the void zone. If we hit the void zone, that's just like an area out of bounds that basically sends us back to the beginning of the game. And we can see Kiwi point off a moon kick there. Really good job first
So
try.
if you cancel an aerial attack on the ground by using either a ledge or a slope, DK will continue his kick upward until the animation ends, and you'll just sort of float in the air, high in the sky. It's really fast, and you can get to a lot of high areas very quickly.
And so now we're going to free Diddy. So we need Warp 2 for later, so we'll just grab that for now. Come down here.
So, yeah, another great thing about main menu moves is even though we haven't visited Funky yet, we actually have all the Kong's guns. We don't have any ammo, though, so you did see Kiwi pick up ammo there.
And then what we're going to do is a cutscene overlap.
There we go.
So I triggered the free Diddy cutscene and then hit the switch, which replaces the longer cutscene with the shorter cutscene. So just saves a bit of time.
And again, Kiwi swimming through vertical walls here to pick up a caged golden banana for DK.
So now, as we see, we can go out of bounds in this game, and out of bounds is, when you go out of bounds, your height is determined by the floor you were just going over. So you can just walk out of bounds, you don't fall like in many other games. This allows us to navigate into many different areas really quickly.
And so we're going to be collecting these blueprints from Kasplatz throughout the run. So each one of these blueprints can be turned in for a golden banana. We need 100 total golden bananas for the run. So they're a very quick way of getting golden bananas.
And Kiwi's going to do another cutscene overlap here. The free Diddy cutscene with entering the Baboon Blast. Saves a little bit of time.
So this is Baboon Blast. We're just going to shoot ourselves out of these barrels all the way to the end and get a golden banana. I went a little early. So if I go a little early, the cutscene will still play upon re-entering. It's only a small time loss.
All right, so now we're going to be making our way up to the Diddy cage to pick up his golden banana. And we've got Diddy unlocked now, one of the 5 Kongs. Later on, we'll be unlocking Chunky, Tiny, and some other Kong that I can't remember his name right now.
Lasagna?
Larry?
Those sound right.
It's the blue one, right?
Yeah.
And so we're going to get some more ammo just because it's along the way. As Secret Humor Man mentioned, we're very low on ammo at the very start, and it's just really easy to collect in japes and use throughout the run. So wherever it's possible, we're going to get collectibles. We can also chimpy charge through cutscenes. It just saves a bit of movement.
Be quite a few cutscenes where we do some extra movement to get some distance.
Yeah. So Kiwi's going to enter the mountain here, and he's going to do bridge clip. He got it first try earlier, so we'll see if he gets it. Nice.
There we go.
And so all that is you backflip in a specific position, and then at the apex of your backflip, you just tap the control stick and you'll teleport on top of the bridge.
Yeah, looks really easy. Actually is really tricky, so it's always good on Kiwi when he gets it first try.
And so now we're going to head over and get Diddy's Kasplat for his blueprint.
Gonna pick up some ammo boxes on the way.
Yep.
Yeah, so like Kiwi said earlier, these Kasplats, every time we get one of these blueprints, we're going to turn it into one of the characters named Snide, and Snide will trade us a golden banana for every blueprint we turn in. So we're going to be collecting a lot of blueprints throughout the run because they're basically easy golden bananas to just pick up, and we'll have multiple blueprint turn-ins.
We'll be using our guns most of the time to kill them because it's the fastest way to kill them,
Yeah.
other than Lanky and Tiny.
Also more suggestive walls.
So Kiwi's going to try to do his first kind of damage skip here. If he takes damage and gets knocked into a golden banana, like he just did, he'll skip the dance animation so we can keep moving after picking up the golden banana.
And so this is Trophenscoff. Usually you would have to pay colored bananas that you collect throughout the level to enter it. However, we can just do a moon kick on this slope and go right through this wall.
We can just enter the door from the bottom.
Yeah, so that saves a lot of time because normally you'd have to collect all those colored bananas, feed the hippo, he stomps on the pedestal, opens the door. We just don't have time for that. This is a speed run, so yeah, any way that we can clip out of bounds.
This is the first boss of the game, Armadillo. He's pretty straightforward. Gotta throw the TNT barrel into his face when he pops his head out. He'll shoot fireballs that we have to dodge.
Nice thing here is we can just look at the ground because he'll actually just keep hitting the TNT barrel.
And even though we're playing on VC, there's still a little bit of lag, so looking down actually reduces some of that.
Yeah. Kiwi's going to purposely take damage here from Armadillo, although we obviously don't take damage when we have main menus move on. That resets Armadillo's kind of rolling pattern, so he just gets ready to shoot more fireballs. In any other category, you'd have to be a little careful and just make sure you don't take too much damage from him.
So you can read a donation or two if you want.
Absolutely. We have $150 from Anonymous. Says, whoops, that's not $15. Best looking audience member's choice. Olympus72 donates $100 and says, it's peanut butter kiwi time, peanut butter kiwi, peanut butter kiwi, peanut butter kiwi with a baseball bat. Looking forward to the DK64 No Levels early run with some love from the 72s. Money goes to the runner's choice. Meteor B donates $150. So glad I discovered GDQ. Thank you everyone, and thank you to everyone involved. And money goes to the runner's choice.
And so as we said, walls are merely a suggestion. So if we turn jump aerial at the torch, we can just clip out of bounds.
So we're going to do a void here. Voiding brings you back to the start of the level, and we can just exit, as we said. If you cannot pause, and then pause exit the levels, because we're in main menu moves, so voiding out is one of the fastest ways to get back to the entrance of the level.
Also, since we don't lose health, we can't death warp back to the beginning of the levels. So we're basically stuck to voiding.
All right, so Kiwi's going to go and turn in key 1 here to open up the second level. We could probably take another donation here or two.
Yee. I Am Gibbon donates $200 and says, inflate donations, just like a balloon. Kino Kunai donates $25. Thank you once again to the runners, announcers, and crew for putting on such a wonderful event. I just can't stay away. I'll donate another $25 if the couch shouts their best Mario, let's-a go.
Let's go!
Male Dictus donates $150. Says, greetings from Canada. Love GDQ. I've been watching for 3 years now and try to donate every time. Keep it up. Keep up all the hard work and save those animals.
All right, so we're climbing up to the second level now, Angry Aztec. It's a desert-themed level. It's also one of the more inconsistent levels in the run, so hopefully it goes well. Just grab some ammo along the way, talk to the B locker, and enter the level.
It's worth noting that since this game is so broken, we can actually clip in past all the B lockers, but we don't in this category because it's no levels early.
Not allowed.
It's banned.
So we're going to take a quick detour over here to pick up Donkey Kong's blueprint. Just again, another easy golden banana to pick up.
We're going to pick up these crystals as well. As we said before, we started off with basically none of the ammo oranges. So we're just going to grab some along the way as we're going to be needing to use Diddy's rocket barrel. Hi, llama. Everyone say hi to the llama.
Hey, llama.
Hi, Gobi.
So we're going to leave him stuck in there. He's unfortunately slow to free. Bye, llama.
Bye, Llama.
Bye.
So We're gonna go get Diddy's blueprint now. He's up on top of this building here.
All right, so we're going to make our way into what we call the Tiny Temple here because this is the temple where we free Tiny Kong. And right off the bat, Kiwi's going to go ahead and do a trick here for the first time called ledge clipping. Basically, Kiwi's going to buffer his movement here with the C up button by zooming in the camera. And he's just going to fall off of this ledge, and it'll basically clip him out of bounds, and he'll be able to just walk over to where Tiny's cage is.
All right, second
Very
try.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. And we're going to go ahead and grab Tiny's golden banana in the cage before we actually free her. It's just a little bit faster. Normally, we'd have to chimpy charge this switch next to Tiny's cage in order to reveal these platforms to spell the letters. But if we actually hit the top of this O,
Whoa,
or
Kiwi,
the top
why are
of
you
any
spelling
letter,
Kong wrong?
I don't know. I don't know how to spell. I'm sorry, everyone.
I think OKONG is right, isn't it?
Maybe.
OKONG.
But yeah.
We
What,
can use chimpy charge off the top of the letters to activate them and spell Kong and release Tiny.
So actually spelling it incorrectly by putting an incorrect letter first lets you be able to do it normally from on the top of the letters without having to hit his switch.
it just activates the puzzle early.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so now we freed Tiny.
So Tiny Kong is freed, and now we're just going to make our way out of the Tiny Temple. And again, we're just going to go ahead and swim through vertical walls and exit the Tiny Temple.
Because why wouldn't we go through walls?
There's just a suggestion.
Oh, I missed the loading zone. There we go. And so now we're going to do a trick called guitar skip. So to our left, soon to be on our right, is a stone door that usually you would go on top of the llama, play Diddy's guitar, and open the door, and then we would take Tiny through. That's really slow. So instead, we're going to come over to this corner, backflip in the corner, and hopefully hit the correct pixel. And we'll get pushed to the side when we get it. Nope, I went a little too far.
We're close.
It's a very precise spot.
There it
There
is.
we go. There we
go.
Nice.
That was a weird camera, by the way.
Sometimes the camera doesn't like going out of bounds with you.
Yeah, so you can do guitar skip with any Kong. We do it with Tiny because she gets a lot of height from her backflip, but also we have to get this blueprint back here. And he's going to do another clip through a wall. He's going to do face clip here.
So we're just going to ponytail twirl at it. Of course it didn't work. So
There
we
we
can
go.
do the backup jump aerial at the face and clip right through the face.
What wall?
What walls?
And now we'll make our way over to the second boss of the game.
And so typically the second boss you would do with Diddy. However, since we can clip out of bounds to enter any boss, we're actually going to do it as DK, as we need DK after defeating the boss.
And he's a little bit faster to fight the boss with anyways.
So just do another moon kick,
Nice.
go right through the wall. It looks so good every time. So this is Dogadon. He's very similar to Armadillo. He has a phase where he throws fireballs at you. You pick up the TNT barrel and you throw it at him.
So we can get some more donations here during this boss.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Kendall donates $100 and says, "Hi Kiwi, you said on Twitter I would see during the run if you do ooh and ah upon collecting a golden banana. But at the present, the results are unclear. If you would be so kind as to have yourself and the couch demonstrate for me, I'll donate another 50. Thanks and good luck on the run." Anonymous donated $200 and says, "What do you call a video game about a large ape that doesn't have the ability to break his little friend Diddy free? Donkeys without barrels." Anonymous donates $10 and says, "Good luck, and I hope you don't lose Q in caves. Sub
Oh,
205
God.
hype." Lunar Mist donates $50 and says, couldn't help but donate for DK64, first time donating. So donating extra for all the times I couldn't. Let's get those doctors out of bounds and through those borders. Hype.
All right, so now that Kiwi's done with key 2, he's going to use the back of Funky's hut here to do a trick called Banana Push. Like Mittens mentioned earlier, we can use objects that are close to the borders to push us out of bounds. So that'll push us to the back of this tunnel.
And so this is a mini game called Stealthy Snoop. Usually mini games are fairly slow, but this one's actually decently paced. All you have to do is go through the maze, avoid these guards, and make sure you don't get caught, and get to the checkerboard at the end, which is just around this corner, and we're awarded a golden banana. And the game tells us, well done.
Well done, Kiwi.
Good job, Kiwi.
Who's
And
Kiwi?
So we're going to throw an orange, attempt to damage ourselves into it, and unfortunately we missed.
No worries.
So that just would have skipped the dance.
Normally, to get out of this passage, you'd use the Strong Kong barrel, but the sparkle effects cause a whole bunch of lag, so it's better for us just to take damage and get out of here.
It's not like we take damage anyway.
Yeah.
It's also an additional cutscene, so this skips that cutscene.
So Kiwi's going to be coming over to the 5-door temple here, and he's going to be doing something that we jokingly call Gobi Clip. And he's just going to try to sit in the sand here and roll through the bottom of the temple. It can be kind of inconsistent sometimes. There we go.
All right.
Second
Second
try.
try.
Very good.
And he'll just try to backflip up here into the door.
Come on. Come on. All right, there we go. And so this is what we refer to as the 5-door temple. Basically, there's a whole bunch of switches and a small maze that you have to make your way through just to get a golden banana. And then we get a creepy guy yelling at us to get out. Get out!
Don't get sniped, Kiwi.
I don't know.
Are you
That
gonna make
timer's
it?
getting pretty low. We made it.
All right, good job.
So just as a bit quicker of movement, we're going to climb this tree and head over to the Llama Temple to free... I don't know that name of that Kong. Was it Larry, I think you said?
Linguini?
Lonnie.
So I missed the moon kick, so we'll do a slightly slower backup of just rolling through the back.
What walls?
What walls? So that's Linguini.
Linguini Kong.
He has long arms.
He should have been in the new Nintendo game ARMS.
All right, so Kiwi's going to do another swim through vertical walls here. And he's going to attempt to do kind of one of the more advanced tricks of this run called gun skew. And I'm going to give him some silence so he can set it up.
There we
All right,
go.
cool.
So what he did there was he went out of bounds, jumped out of bounds, pulled out his gun, and then with his gun out, walked into out of bounds water, which kept his gun out. And so he was swimming with his gun, and if you can go over lands and see up and look upwards and then cancel it, your Kong will be laying down skewed, and this will affect your hitbox
Skew moon kick.
by allowing you to go through any wall just by walking into it.
Yeah, so skew is a really interesting state in Donkey Kong 64. Basically, the developers, when they created the game, they had the character's hitbox basically on the front of the Kong. So if the front of the Kong met up with the wall, that would be the developer's way of saying, okay, you're meeting a wall, you can't go through this wall. But by skewing, we take the hitbox and we flip it on its side. That way, the game doesn't register really that our hitbox is touching a wall, which allows us to walk through any wall that we need to.
And so we just hit all of the matching colors and collect the golden banana.
So as skewed, we want to be careful not to do some inputs because it will make us lose our skew. Just doing a normal jump, pressing A, we'll lose skew. Or if we are pressing A or Z as we land, we'll also lose skew.
Or if we enter water, we
Yeah.
will also lose our skew.
We got to worry about that a little bit later in the run.
So just head over, get our blueprint. and then head back to the tag barrel. And then we're just going to get one of Tiny's golden bananas. But something I do want to mention that we didn't mention already. So the last time this was run at GDQ was SGDQ 2015 by Tudos. The route has entirely changed since then. The record has improved by over 10 minutes. Every level is different since then, and the entire route has just phenomenally developed. I want to give a big shout out to the entire community. They've put so much time and effort into it. We recently released a LOTAD of this. So if you don't know what a LOTAD is, I highly suggest you check out the Ballin 96's channel on YouTube and check it out. It was phenomenal. And so you can see in that what you can really do with task tools for this run. But in the meantime, we'll stop talking about that and we'll refocus back on the run. And we're going to do a glitch with Lanky that is a combination of swim through vertical walls and something called swim through shores. So we're going to set our clipping position by entering first person and then dive out of entering first person, clip into that ledge, and then grab this golden banana from underneath. Because walls, who needs them? And so then we're going to get Lanky's golden banana in here and then turn in a boss key, so now would be a good time for some more donations.
HPG donates $150 and says, first time donating, keep up the great work. Had to donate when I saw the support for Doctors Without Borders. Kill the animals. Chapin donates $100. First time actually being able to watch SGDQ live. I turn on the stream and DK team is canceling cutscene fadeouts. I'm in. Sharkbit donates $15. Greetings everyone. I'm so excited to finally catch a Games Done Quick event live and donate, since I have enjoyed watching archives for quite some time. It's amazing to see such amazing runs for such an amazing cause. Thank you for being awesome and good luck to everyone. Feminanly donates $25 and says, Donkey Kong 64 was the game of my childhood. Seeing how trash it really is making me laugh so hard. Thanks for ruining my childhood. Runner's choice.
No problem. So we're going to head up to Frantic Factory now, but instead of taking Lanky up the intended way, because why would we ever do anything the intended way? We already have Monkey Port, so let's just go right by Helm and then drop to it. So we're just going to swim over to the Monkey Port pad in the back, and we'll get a golden banana and then head to Factory.
All right, so when we do enter Frantic Factory, Kiwi's going to be going for a trick called Robot Push. We'll talk a little bit more when we get there. As soon as Kiwi successfully does Robot Push, though, we will need some silence from the audience. He does have to hear a very important audio cue.
So we're just going to enter as Lanky just because it's a bit more optimal in terms of the route. Even though no one likes him. Like, look at his funny face. The DK rap wasn't wrong.
No style.
No grace.
But
This Kong really has a funny face.
Nice long jump.
So that's actually a frame-perfect long jump.
Nice.
All right, so again, normally we would have to slam this switch and walk the walk of shame, but we're going to take our good buddy Ricardo the robot here, and he's going to hopefully be nice and push Kiwi right out of bounds.
Sometimes he's a little stubborn.
There he goes.
There we go.
All right, now we're going to listen for the audio cue. Nice.
We got it. That opens up a cage to a golden banana that we'd otherwise have to use Mini Monkey to get, which will save a little time later on.
So Robot Push is really effective for Frantic Factory because normally getting to the top of this room, the production room, is pretty costly on time. It takes a lot of platforming just to get up there. But if we go out of bounds and we get up to the very top, the ceiling there, we can kind of drop down and activate that banana porter. That way we don't actually ever have to climb up the production room. We could just take warp 4 up.
And so we're just going to spawn that golden banana for Diddy later. We will be coming back to production room once we have Chunky. But let's go free Chunky first. My personal favorite Kong.
I thought Tudos was your favorite Kong.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just something really cool about Chunky. Maybe it's the green vest with the blue.
And Kiwi's going to try to go for another damage skip here.
Kind of.
Oh my god. He got zinged.
Zinger Z.
Shout outs to Emo Arbiter. He tends to get hit by all the bees. So we're going to take DK, and we're going to do another moon kick. Hopefully. This one's a little more precise.
There we
There we
go.
go.
This will bring us right up to the power shed here where we can turn on production room.
So usually to get to the power shed, you would have to go all the way around the level in a circle and then drop down to it. However, by mooncaking to it, it saves a lot of time to be able to turn on the production room immediately and then do the other half of factory later. And so you can read a donation or two during this cutscene.
Good, because we got a good one. JRX1981 donates $500.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Comment says, I've watched for several years, but this is the first time donating. Here's $500 for such a fantastic event and charity. Oh, and Exploding Planets makes for some tasty cooked animals. So kill those animals for a nice piece of crispy meat, or more. Anonymous donates $20 and says, this is for my brother Shane. Diddy Kong was always one of your favorite characters, so it seems like a good time. I know how much we both love this marathon, so if you're watching right now, happy birthday.
So we're taking DK up here to the boss portal, and we're going to do everyone's favorite boss from their childhood, Mad Jack. But instead of doing it with DK, we're going to use a ledge clip to enter the boss.
What walls?
Really nice ledge clip.
Very nice.
Nice.
And so I'm going to leave it to my couch to explain Mad Jack, as it's a fairly difficult boss and I need to concentrate.
So Mad Jack jumps around and tries to follow you across these platforms. First phase, he just jumps really slowly around. And so he's going to try to manipulate his positioning to make him jump a little faster. And eventually he will stop, and you'll have to find the switch that matches the color of the space that Mad Jack is on and hit it to attack him.
And where the switches spawn is RNG, so sometimes they spawn really close and sometimes they spawn really far away.
So you can see him trying to zigzagging to make Mad Jack jump a little faster. This is especially needed in the later phases, as he will be jumping at him in a little more direct angles rather than in circles.
Do our very best to avoid getting hit, because if we fall, that's a fairly severe time loss.
So as the fight progresses, Mad Jack gets a new attack where he'll shoot a laser, and then eventually he'll turn invisible. So the rest of the fight is basically the same, so we can read some more donations during this fight.
Yes, of course. UNFW donates $150. It's amazing how you are able to bend these games to your will. Good luck with the runs, and donation can go to Runner's Choice. Speaking of which, Kiwi, do you have a donation incentive?
I couldn't hear that actually. What?
Do you have a Runner's Choice? Anything?
I do not have a choice.
May I
at this
suggest Shovel Knight?
Sure.
Bonus? Sure. Okay. We have $150 from Tom Fox. Loving the DK64 run, but how can you all be so cruel? LaGuardia is my favorite con. $20 from Lilat R. Glad to see DK64 get destroyed at GDQ once again. Really psyched to see Helm escape in this marathon this time. Greetings from the stream room. This goes to Kiwi's choice and an extra 20 if he gets the 204.
I don't think we're getting the 204 anymore, but I'm trying for it.
We have a $155 donation from Anonymous. Excited for another great SGDQ. Hope these runs are as hot as this summer is going to be.
I love Majak music.
$50 from Shamdar. Longtime watcher, first time donator. The runs are cool, but the cause is cooler. Anubis169 with $15. All the best to everybody here. Words cannot really say how much good you are doing. So I'll leave it to the rest of the donations and just say you're all amazing. Smiley face.
So that was the gate we lowered earlier. Instead of having to mini monkey and watch a cutscene and go all the way through the pipe, we can just backflip right up to it. So even when there are walls, we just ignore them anyways.
It's also really nice because Tiny's blueprint is right down here, getting another quick golden banana.
And now we're going to do Dark Room. So normally in Dark Room, we would have to kind of primate punch this switch over here, but the Golden Banana hitbox is big enough to where he can just kind of jump at it with Chunky, and Chunky will pick it up through the box.
Once again, what walls? So now we're going to head over to production room and get a bunch of fast golden bananas there. So firstly, we'll spawn Chunkies, which is just right over here.
Since we already got warp 4 earlier, we can just warp right up to the top. No need to climb up.
Just jump right over and collect the golden banana. And then we're going to get that Diddy golden banana we left up here earlier.
So you may be noticing that Kiwi's doing some weird movement basically with every Kong. That's not really his choice. It's just the fastest form of movement with each Kong. So with Diddy, it's actually fastest to start a cartwheel, jump out of the cartwheel, and then be aerial move in the air. So I know it probably looks really weird, but it's fastest form of movement with him.
And then Lanky, Tiny, and Chunky, it's fastest to long jump. And then DK, it's fastest to roll.
And DK is the fastest ground speed with the roll.
Yeah.
So we're going to get this blueprint. And then we're going to head on down to the Crusher room. Nice. And so there's a clip in the corner of this Crusher. When the Crusher is up, you can just walk right through that corner. And then we're going to go back through the Crusher and then clip again to Void to get back to the start. There we go.
So, factory is not done yet. We're gonna stay in it. We've got a few more things. We're actually gonna do another robot push here. So
Everyone's favorite robot, Ricardo. All right, very nice. Very nice robot pushes. And so this is Snide. This is where we turn in those blueprints for golden bananas. So I would like to hear from the audience your loudest "Oh bananas" whenever a banana falls. So we have this small cutscene first.
oh, banana!
Yes.
Oh, banana!
Oh, banana. Very well done, audience.
So we're turning in some blueprints here because we actually need 30 bananas to enter the next level. And turning in some blueprints now allows us to get enough in these earlier levels.
Also, a lot of the other earlier golden bananas are really slow, so it's just faster to get some faster golden bananas later and sacrifice a little bit of time doing multiple turn-ins. Nope, no skid jump today.
Good try.
And so we're going to tag Lanky and do another bonus barrel called Batty Barrel Bandit.
Normally you're supposed to baboon balloon into this barrel, but we'll just jump on top of the door a little bit faster.
I almost fell. I got stuck on the wall there. So all we have to do is match 4 bananas, and that counts as a hit, and we need 3 hits.
I know it seems so slow. It's actually not one of the slowest bananas.
And so this golden banana is fairly RNG dependent. I unfortunately got a pretty bad pattern. Actually, 22 is pretty good. I thought I was worse than I actually was. And so now we're going to take Lanky up, get his blueprint, and then we'll leave factory. So you can read a donation or two if you want.
$50 from Helen201. This donation is dedicated to my husband, Greg. I'm sorry for forgetting our 4th anniversary, but I hope staying in and watching SGDQ with beers is just as good as any other celebration. Happy anniversary and love you lots. Anonymous donates $50, says, hi everyone, wanted to donate for the first time during this DK64 run thanks to all the amazing memories I have of renting this game repeatedly as a kid, along with the extra banana-colored memory pack from the local video store. Good luck to Kiwi Killer and the rest of the runners. Go, go, go.
All right, so like Cole mentioned earlier, we still need 30 bananas to enter the next level, Gloomy Galleon. So we're going to pick up a couple golden bananas here in DK Isles before we go to the 4th level.
We're also going to grab this blueprint. It's right here. We might as well grab it. Okay, that was odd. So we'll take a DK over here, and there's an instrument pad at the top of that platform. Some interesting technical things with the instrument pads. Depending upon your camera angle and where you actually are on the pad, you can influence where the golden banana spawns. So I'm trying to play it in a somewhat specific spot so the golden banana will drop on top of me.
There
I
you go.
got it. Nice. And that just shortens the cutscene a bit. And so we're going to drop down here and get this golden banana as well. Unfortunately, that wall is not a suggestion. That wall is actually solid.
The one solid wall in this game.
And now we're going to head to Gloomy Galleon.
So Gloomy Galleon, the 4th level of this game, is the classic kind of rareware underwater level in the game. So there's going to be a ton of swimming. Luckily for us, the golden bananas that are underwater have no dance animations, so most of them are actually really fast to pick up.
Also, swimming is the fastest form of movement in this game, so that actually works well for us.
It's just nobody likes the level.
Right, right.
Anybody who likes Gloomy Galleon,
Well, I mean, no
I
one
don't
likes
know what's
water
wrong
levels,
with you.
right?
Yeah, just don't know.
So we're going to lower this gate for later. Nice hit detection. So those switches have notorious bad hit detection. If you hit them on the side, they don't register at all. Then we're going to take Chunky and get a golden banana at the end of this tunnel. Boom.
So Kiwi, just curious on your opinion on this. Save state before puff toss or no?
No,
Okay,
it'll be fine.
cool.
Excuse me.
All right, so Kiwi's making his way over to the Troffenskopf door here. We're going to do the fourth boss, Puff Toss. And I asked Kiwi if he was interested because Puff Toss is sort of semi-commonly known for crashing for
It's
no
more
reason.
on N64 because of lag,
Yeah.
but we're going to try and wedge clip with Chunky. There we go.
Nice.
Not a bad wedge clip.
So in this fight, you gotta drive around in your boats, and in order to damage Puff Toss, we have to go through these DK stars that spawn, and these stars always spawn in the same spots every time, so Kiwi has it memorized. And after you go through a certain amount of them per section, they will damage Puff Toss. Puff Toss has a few attacks. He has fireballs. He also has these homing puffer fishes that come after you. He also can do a shockwave attack. Most of these are fairly easy to dodge, so hopefully it won't give him too much trouble. And so as Kiwi finishes the boss, we can read some more donations.
Absolutely. Street Taco Rob donates $156.65. Loving seeing DK64 getting wrecked by Kiwi. This is one of my brother's favorite games of all time, so I've been waiting all day to submit this. Kung Pao Paul, I hope you're loving this too. But what balls? Moonstone donates $50. Shout out to Nerpin and Korn. You two are the Kongs with funny faces of my heart. Thanks to the runners and volunteers for an amazing event, and keep up the good work. Jim Freak donates $8.50. Hey guys, SGDQ is going awesome so far, and I'm donating whatever is left in my PayPal account to a great cause. Shout out to Frockenok and Frockathon. Shout outs to Gedrith on the couch. Can't wait to arrive to SGDQ on Wednesday. Gedrith can decide where this money goes because he's a cool dude.
So as Kiwi hit the last star there, he wanted to line himself right in, so the key will spawn on him as Puff Top deflates.
I think I'm close. Yeah, I got it. No.
Oh, slightly off.
Not a big time loss.
All
So-
right. Yeah, go ahead, Kiwi.
This frame, even though we despawn the portal, it's still there, and we can just backflip through the wall, because why not?
What wall?
Yeah,
What wall?
this is actually a really important out of bounds. It gets us into kind of the other main swimming area of Galleon without having to open it up with the guns. So just a little bit faster movement by going out of bounds there.
So we're going to head up here and get Chunky's blueprint. And then we're going to tag Tiny. So conveniently for us, the way the 5-door ship was actually placed in the map is the 2 fastest golden bananas happen to be on the side that allows us to swim through vertical walls. So we're just going to swim right through the ship.
It's really nice of the developers to place a ship like that.
Easy.
It's like they knew.
Yeah.
So we're going to say hi to one of my friends, Mr. Starfish. He tends to like to troll my runs. He's in this room over here guarding the golden banana. And we got right past him.
Nice.
Nice. The true boss of this level.
You say that, it's true.
It is.
If you get hit once, you're just stuck in that room for like a minute. So we're going to tag Lanky, and then we're going to get his golden banana as well. And so this bypasses playing our instruments to lower the gates. We don't have to go over to the lighthouse area and travel back. So really nice of the developers that they allowed us to do this. So this wouldn't be Galleon if we didn't swim through more walls, right? Who wants to see me go through more walls? More walls!
We can just swim through this wall, then it'll allow us to get under the ship here and just swim upwards into the loading zone where Lanky's two-door ship is.
Up a little.
There you got it.
There we
Nice.
go.
And so that bypasses another switch to press in order to open that.
For this gold banana, normally you'd transform into On Guard, which is one of the animal buddies, but since we can swim through walls, we don't need to.
And then we'll just go through the wall to swim right back out. Why not? And then we're going to warp back to the beginning of the level. And so you'll have noticed that we kept the water level low. There's 2 water levels in Galleon. And so usually you would, in a casual playthrough, raise the water so you could do things like get Lanky's blueprint here. However, if the water's at its highest, we can just jump out of the water and grab the ledge.
Little bad RNG there with the Kasplat. Kasplat has many attacks, but the Shockwave is normally the one that all the players hate because it really displaces the Kong.
That's a funky camera right now.
There we
All right.
go. And Kiwi will go through another wall here to get to the White House area.
And then we mentioned On Guard previously. So we're actually going to get On Guard. So this is
One-
our swordfish buddy.
The one time you'll see an animal buddy in this run.
And so On Guard heads all the way down to the bottom, and you can break these chests by using his B attack.
And say goodbye to On Guard. We'll never see him again.
Bye, On Guard.
Such cruelty to animals this run.
Yep. I mean, we have monkeys underwater. We can't get much more cruel than that.
They don't need air, though. Right?
So, unfortunately, even though we've done the entire rest of the level at low water, we need to raise the water because Diddy unfortunately can't jump high enough to get to Snides.
Come on, Diddy.
So there are 2 Kongs that can actually reach Snides at low water, but it's actually faster just to raise the water.
And
And
once
so-
again, we're going to turn in some more blueprints.
Chat this time. I want to see as many O bananas as possible. Break Twitch chat. I'm counting on you. Oh, banana! Oh, banana! Oh, banana! Oh, banana! Come. And so we tagged Warp 3 later. That was because we need to get Tiny's blueprint still. So we can just tag Tiny right here, take Warp 3, grab her blueprint, and then we're going to void out to leave the level. And that's Gloomy Galleon. No more water levels. Who needs them?
But we're not done swimming through walls yet.
Yep, there's still one more wall we're going to swim through. So there's a golden banana back here. Just going to swim and grab it.
All right, so we talked at the beginning of the game about how we're going to be going to these levels in sequential order. Unfortunately, Fungi Forest's B locker costs a little bit more golden bananas, so we do actually have to backtrack into Jungle Japes in order to collect some more quicker golden bananas with the other Kongs that we didn't have when we went into Japes the first time. But
you gonna
before
save
Kiwi does
Kiwi?
that,
I'm
he's
going
gonna
to save state here. So there's a
Yes.
potential chance that I could soft lock by entering this cage. So I'm going to write a save state just in case that happens, as the game will not save.
And if you get stuck, the run is over.
So just gonna
Nice.
grab it from underneath and then enter Banana Fairy Island.
Made it past that part. We're good, guys.
Only a few more potential soft locks in the game. We're fine.
And so we got the camera. We will use the camera later, but for now we're just going to say we're getting it for Shockwave, just because Shockwave is a bit faster for some Kongs to actually kill the Kasplats. And we'll say the reason for the camera later.
All right, so Kiwi's going to turn in some more keys here, so any donations would be great.
Yee. Anonymous donates $15 and says, I've always watched this event on and off for several years, but now it's time for me to finally start contributing. I'm putting this towards two of my favorite games, Shovel Knight and Dishonored 2. Good luck to all the runners and keep up the amazing work. Tabby donates $15 and says, it's amazing to watch one of my favorite games on my birthday. Thank you, GDQ, for such a fun week. Kendall donates $50. Kiwi, couch audience, I know exactly how to respond when presented with a banana from a hole in the ceiling. As a man of my word, here is the additional $50. The run is fantastic, unlike these walls. No structural integrity.
They should have used a better material. So we're going to get Hunky Chunky. He has the fastest movement of any Kong in the game. And we're going to do a couple things with him. First, we're going to pound this X. That's going to spawn a golden banana. So it just blows up an island across the way. You know, because pounding an X will totally blow up a whole island. And then we're going to do swim through shores again. So just by diving and mashing B, we can clip right through the shore and get this cage golden banana here. I need to get around the cage. There. And then swim right over to the blown up island and collect that golden banana as well. So we're going to move this boulder. That will allow Lanky to play his instrument on the pad and give us another golden banana. And then when we enter Jungle Japes, I'm going to need a little bit of quiet just because I will be doing another gun skew and I need to make sure I actually am underneath the water in order to get a good enough skew to continue. All right, that should be good.
Nice.
Very nice.
We clutched it out.
Yeah, once again, we're in skew, and if we land in water, Kiwi would have had to set up all of that again. So we're really glad that he didn't land.
You also see that I pulled out my gun before entering the water. Now that I have the camera, I can actually swim through vertical walls with my gun out. And that just saves a little bit of time. And then that's Shockwave. It just demolishes the Kasplats.
So Kiwi, why does Small Kong lay down?
This isn't a very good skew. We broke her back, by the way. That's why Small Kong lay down. It's a common response in my stream. I mean, doesn't it look uncomfortable every time she long jumps? She's like sideways in the air.
I do like how her ponytail twirl looks like a rotor or something.
So with Skew, we can just get a bunch of golden bananas all in these cages, and we can dance skip them by throwing oranges.
Oops.
Whoops.
Or attempt to.
This is a really questionable skew.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Yep.
Yeah, ideally we want the front of the Kong facing completely up, but we'll take what we can get when it comes to skew because, like we said, it's very, very difficult.
I'm not getting my dance skips today. Oh well.
Blame the skew.
Blame the skew. And so we're going to take Lanky, get his golden banana.
You gonna do the crawl?
Yeah. So just jump right down. You'll see the crawl again in a sec. Whee!
All right, sweet.
So in here, gonna do another instance of jumping backwards and aerialing, and it'll just push us right through the wall.
Walls.
Normally you need to ground pound 2 posts and then kill a whole bunch of bees in this room, but this is faster.
Come on.
There we
go.
So that angle is a little precise. You have to come at it just the precise angle to actually slip in between the two, otherwise you get pushed back out. And now we're going to head over to get Lanky's Booper and do another bonus barrel. It's just so satisfying to shockwave him.
So this is a really, really hard mini game here.
Very, very hard.
So you gotta jump onto this mushroom here, grab a vine, and then just mash A. And he did it first try.
Wow. And so we're going to try and dance skip this golden banana with a setup by throwing an orange and immediately jumping out of first person. You can just smash yourself into the golden banana. And that works on pretty much any golden banana that's close to a wall. And so we're going to grab Chunky and head to his underground area. Swimming through more walls, because why not?
So
We can skip part of the pathway just by jump aerialing.
can overlap these cutscenes of hitting the switches. So yeah.
Chunky also can make some funny animations. Swing back across and grab the golden banana that's conveniently on the other side. And we're flying. Oh. So there's a frame perfect jump you can get there to get immediately into the loading zone. Unfortunately, I missed it. We're gonna.
Throwing this boulder gives you another golden banana. We're gonna try to dance skip it.
Oh.
They didn't want to cooperate.
And then we're going to tag DK and head out of Jungle Japes and to Fungi Forest.
All right, now you viewers at home, you viewers in the audience, I know you guys donated for it. We're coming to Fungi Forest, and we're going to see the fabled lost rainbow coin. So let's get hyped for that.
Woo!
And so since we already turned in the key to open Fungi Forest, we can just roll right to the cannon and enter. So Cole, tell me an interesting fact about fungi.
Hey, did you know that Fungi Forest was originally going to be in Banjo-Kazooie?
True story.
And so we're going to go rolling right through the pendulum and tag warp 4 for later. It's a bit quicker to get out of the owl area when we enter it. And we're going to head to the giant mushroom.
So, interesting fact here, this golden banana is the only banana that requires you to have all 5 Kongs in order to get. You have to shoot all 5 of these switches with each Kong. And it will spawn a golden banana.
Well, this doesn't spawn
Oh,
the golden
it
banana.
spawned the
This spawns the
cannons.
cannons to get to the golden banana. So we're going to save DK for last, seeing as it's his golden banana. Hit the switch, overlap the cutscenes, and we get this nice short cutscene instead of a 20-second cutscene.
So this cannon actually doesn't spawn for a while. We kind of beat it to the punch.
There we go.
Whee! And so we're just going to exit out of the top. And then we're going to get one of Lanky's golden bananas.
Imagine that. Speedrunner's going faster than the game intended.
So Kiwi, is Lanky going to join the light side or the dark side?
Lanky is going to join the dark side.
Assuming he wasn't already on it already.
So there's 2 golden bananas for Lanky. The light half, which is the brighter portion that's in that door, that has a bonus barrel, whereas the dark half, which is right through this door, all you have to do is bounce on a mushroom and get the golden banana.
And get limed.
And get hit by the bees. Shoutouts to bees.
So now we're switching the Chunky to go get his blueprints. Hopefully he's here. This guy has been known to fall down and take a swim and fly through the air.
And now we'll take Diddy and climb back into the mushroom to get another blueprint.
And so we shockwave the splat. Oh. Barely missed the tag barrel.
And now we're getting a Tiny's blueprint. We're getting everybody's blueprint right here.
So a common thing you'll notice as we get to the later levels of the run is we're going to get a couple very fast golden bananas and mainly the blueprints and then just leave the level. So it's a bit more focused on the first 4 levels, but there is still a decent amount of gameplay towards the end. And then some very interesting tricks still to come up. Get some crystals since they're right there, as we'll need them for later in the run. Also, every time we're shockwaving, we're using a crystal, so it is very important we keep our crystal count at a reasonable level. This is why we tagged Warp 4 for later, because we can just take Warp 4 and head right through this blue tunnel to get to Snides. Otherwise, you would have to enter the ant hill that's in there, which is a bit slow to do, as you need Tiny and Mini Monkey to move around, or you need Skew.
We have $50 from a 2DOS. Hey,
Oh,
Kiwi.
boy.
Thanks for not using any DK64 community memes during the run.
Morning.
Morning,
Morning.
Cheetos.
Oh,
Banana! Oh, banana! Oh, banana! Oh, banana!
Oh, banana.
And so now we're going to do Fungi's boss, which has some very interesting properties, but we'll save it for after. So we're going to enter with DK. It's just more optimal to do it as DK. Didn't you just miss Moonkicks? Shoutouts to Moonkicks.
I love donkey wings.
All right, so we've seen Dogadon before. Kind of a similar fight to doing him in Angry Aztec. However, we're going to do a trick called Dogadon Quick.
And he's
And
dead.
he's dead.
So this is the only boss quick kill in DK64.
As
what's-
of now.
As of right now.
As of now.
So what's actually going on is we are taking damage, which is putting us in an invincible state. And if we are touching Dogadon while in an invincible state and he takes damage, it immediately sets his health to 0 and plays the final cutscene, allowing us to do the boss with any Kong. Previously, this was the only boss that had a Kong restriction where you needed Chunky.
It's good noting that you can actually do that trick in Angry Aztec and collect key 5 there. But since we have to beat the boss in this level anyways, that wouldn't save us any time.
Yeah.
And so I want to give a huge shout out to the developers of this game. So they just did not put a wall there at all.
Yeah, you can literally try that at home. You can just walk through it. Just hold up on your control stick.
It works with both DK and Chunky. If you want to do it with the other 3 Kongs, you need to move a barrel over, and you'll still go through.
Nice skid jump.
Nice skid jumps.
Nice frame perfect skid jump.
All right, so we're going to do some more swim through vertical walls here to get a cage underneath the water that hasn't been risen up yet. And we just swim right through the cage.
So who's hyped for what's coming up next?
So,
Oh, man.
once we get out of the cage, we're going to head over here. And
Got
this
a
is
couple of
where
chunky-
the rainbow coin is. And we're going to do this with Chunky, just because I love his shockwave the most. So, underneath this grass, you see I just kind of popped up above the grass.
Lo and behold, it is
The
rainbow
Super hidden under the grass there. Nobody was able to really find it.
So yeah, for those who missed the interview earlier between Spike and Kiwi, that rainbow coin has been hidden basically since the game came out. So over 16 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least nobody documented that it was there. No strategy guys have it there.
Took one of our DK scientists to find it.
Shout outs to Isocharge. He's
Yeah,
done so
for
much
sure.
for the community.
So Kiwi's doing a different form of skew here called damage skew. If you take damage while you're swimming, which rarely happens, and it pushes you back onto ground, it actually puts you in the skew position. So we can just use it to void out.
And that's Fungi.
Yeah, pretty good
That's
fungi
Fungi
considering.
Force.
Nice.
And so that's the fabled DK long jump. That's the only DK long jump you'll see in the entire run. That was close.
There we go.
So there's a few jumps in this game like that one where the game was intended to be on N64 where the game does lag and lag makes you jump a little bit farther than you are supposed to. So developers knew this and there's some tight jumps like that one, but they're still just barely makeable on VC.
Oops. We're fine. And so you can read a few donations.
Yeah. Fulvo donates $51.23 and says, "Hey guys, cheers from Brazil. I always watch GDQs on YouTube, and now that I have some free time, I can catch it on Twitch. First time donating. Keep up the amazing work and kill those borders. Donation goes to the announcer's choice." Orange Will says, "Hey again, Kiwi. Just wanted to say I'm proud of you getting here, and good luck. Can the new DK64 meme be what walls, please?"
But where was Walls?
Shout out to Orange Will. He was one of my first viewers and one of my first subscribers I ever had. So big shout outs to him for sticking around for 2.5 years. And so we're going to take Chunky up to Crystal Caves. But we're going to get some golden bananas along the way, as we need 65 to enter Crystal Caves, and currently we only have 63. So once again, influencing where the golden banana spawns with the camera, we can play our instrument, and hopefully the golden banana falls on top of us. Just barely missed.
And now we have to go for meme jump. And he gets it first try.
Yay.
Good.
Side jump is a bit tight. Once again, it was kind of intended to have lag around to help you get across. It's even more difficult in 101% with Lanky.
Who?
Lasagna?
Larry.
Linguini. So we're also going to get a blueprint while we're here. Might as well. And then we're going to take Diddy and get his golden banana in the lobby, and then enter Crystal Caves.
All right, and Kiwi's going to be doing another form of gun skew as soon as we enter caves, so we'll ask for a little bit of quiet there as well.
Crystal Caves is by far the hardest level in the run. The only level that even is remotely close to it in terms of difficulty is Factory. So there's a lot of things I have to make sure go right in order to get through caves well.
If you like Kong's laying down, we get to do it twice in this level.
All right. So once again, jumping out of bounds, getting out of the water, re-entering, tilting our Kong, and we have skew.
Nice.
So I have to reset up skew again. That's fine. I aerialed a little soon because I knew the cutscene was coming.
Yep.
Nice out of bounds.
That looks pretty good.
Skew should be fine.
There we go.
All right. And so I'm going to save state here as well once I get up. If I were to get stuck in the room I'm about to go into without skew, there's no way that I can exit the room and the run would be over. Didn't quite make it over. And we made it out.
Nice.
Fun fact, we are going to skew with the jetpack.
And so we don't need skew anymore, so the fact that I lost skew is fine. And then we're going to take Rocket Barrel again and do everyone's favorite bonus barrel because of the music, Mad Maze Mall. So we just need to kill all the enemies and get through the maze, but I'd like everyone to enjoy the music. It's really good music. It's one of the highlights of the run, in my opinion. And so we're going to take Rocket Barrel and not head to the Tag Barrel like our favorite friend Tudos, and go straight to the Trophenskov. And then we're going to do Armadillo 2. Alright, so Armadillo 2 is fairly similar to Armadillo 1. There's 4 cycles instead of 3. He shoots fireballs at you and a shockwave this time. And then also on the 4th phase, he shoots a missile. However, that's not the main highlight of this boss. The main highlight of this boss is the phenomenal music. My chat at home very much knows I sing along to this every run. And so, who wants me to sing along? All right, that's enough. We don't need to get on any cringe compilations.
So as Kiwi finishes boss, we can have some more donations here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Iron Hawks donates $50. The message only says SGDQ hype, but I think the audience might have something to do with that. Huh? How about a hype on 3? 3, 2, 1. Michael229 says, thank you so much for the nostalgia of Donkey Kong 64. My lifelong friends Paul, Enza, and I used to have all-nighters on this game's multiplayer. Keep doing what you guys are doing. Edache donates $25. All right, shout-outs to the behind-the-scenes crew for all their work and to all the speedrunners for tons of entertainment. Gotta go fast, gotta go faster, gotta go faster. Ewell donates $6.21. There are some high-quality skips. Props to Kiwi Killer for turning garbage into gold by making such an entertaining run. P.S. CG Coconut Gun. Ozman the First donates $25. Thank you to everyone who makes this incredible event possible, the runners, the guys behind the scenes, and everyone watching and donating. I love GDQ. Thank you all so much. Dirk donates $15 and says, my friend T got me into watching GDQ events, so I'm donating now to see if I can win them a scarf. Oh, and my Yeti coin says, save the animals. $15 from Anonymous just says, best of luck to you, man. Just Kevin says $15 and peace out. Good luck to all the runners. I totally didn't screw that up. Mythrack donates $15 and says, greetings from Finland. SGDQ is always a highlight of my summer, and what's a better game to go fast than Sonic? Oh, wow, that was from a while ago. Good luck from all the runners.
So that was Armadillo 2. And so we're going to head down here and open DK's cabin. And so inside there's a matching puzzle. So you're supposed to match all the colors, pair them up, and it'll bring the golden banana down. But that takes too long. So we're gonna moonkick. Nice. And just backflip up and grab the golden banana.
Very nice.
It's really nice of the devs to put that platform right under the banana there.
That was close. And so we're going to take Tiny, grab her blueprint.
Oh,
Yep.
just out of range.
Head over here. And then if we turn around, we can actually backflip, grab the platform, and climb up. As I said, caves is a bit difficult of a level. There's a lot of things that can go wrong, as you can tell.
All right, so in this room, Kiwi's going to try to kill all these claptraps with oranges. He ran out of oranges earlier, so we're going to make sure he plays it a little bit safer. There we go. The oranges are kind of homing, but with a space this small, sometimes doesn't work out.
And so we're going to grab this ledge. So as the golden banana spawns, we'll grab it and then just fall. And it respawns us at the beginning of the area. So it saves a bit of time. Play our bongos and enter DK's fiber cabin. So this area can be a little bit tricky just because the bees move so fast. So we'll grab this homing ammo. Homing ammo is also useful for later.
There's coke in that gun.
Alright. Sometimes they just don't want to be hit, and you go through all your homing ammo, and you have a bad time. But that went pretty well. A little bit of movement optimization. Let's throw in some more moon kicks. We can also store shockwaves by going through portals by starting them beforehand and then releasing them as soon as our feet touch the ground. And just immediately grab the blueprint. I want a backflip. Thank you. And so, if one skew wasn't enough for you, how about a second, even more difficult skew section?
Yeah, this one can be really, really tricky here, so we're going to ask for silence for Kiwi.
So we're going to get skew a chunky first. Pull out our gun. Same setup we've done for all of them. Grab this golden banana first. And then once we get to Snide's area, I'm going to save state, and that's actually where the difficult portion of it begins.
Yeah, so there's an area in Crystal Caves where the igloo is, and there's a couple of golden bananas inside of these miniature kind of ice blocks. And so we don't want to make the ice blocks disappear. That takes too long. So the only way in and out is to skew inside. But the ice blocks are completely surrounded by water. So we have to long jump from out of bounds into the igloo.
And then keep our skew to exit them.
Yeah. Nice.
That's one of the hardest tricks in the run.
It's really hard to see where you are out of bounds there. You're kind of invisible. You got a long jump, and it's pretty precise to make it in.
I can get that, but I can't backflip on top of an igloo. So we're going to tag Tiny, and then enter her igloo. Don't dive. And so having Shockwave helps with killing the Kosha. And then we just need to hit this target 3 times, and it'll spawn a golden banana. Very nice. And then if we're in the correct position, we can grab that golden banana on its spawning. We were a little bit off, though.
So Kiwi skewed with Diddy earlier to hit Warp 4, and we're going to use Warp 4 now to our advantage with Tiny. And we're actually going to get a golden banana the way the developers intended us to get it. We're going to monkey port into the ice block and pick it up.
We can break into it, but because we need Warp 4 to actually get out of the igloo area, we have to do it the intended way. So shoutouts to intended strats. The one time they're actually useful. And then we're just going to swim through vertical walls and head right to Snides.
All right, so we have quite a lot of blueprints here to turn in, so I hope you guys have your O Banana filter refreshed.
Oh, I have my bananas here.
Oh, perfect.
Some real opening.
Nice.
So we'll be turning in 2 blueprints with Lanky, 7 with Tiny, and 6 with Chunky. No, 6 with Chunky. So get your O Bananas ready.
Oh, banana! Oh, banana! Oh, banana! Oh, banana! Oh, banana! Oh, banana! Oh, banana!
And so we're going to get Tiny's instrument ammo here as well. We're going to need that for a golden banana in Crystal Cave, in Creepy Castle. Not Crystal Caves. We're already in Crystal Caves. We'd like to get out of this level.
How are you doing, Kiwi?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, SHM?
I'm doing good. I'm enjoying your run. Hope everybody else is too. Oh, banana!
Oh, banana! Donkey Kong. Tag Barrel decided to go up and make me miss it. All right, 6 more. So you may be wondering why we're turning in blueprints in Crystal Caves instead of Creepy Castle. Tag Barrel is significantly closer in Crystal Caves, and we actually don't need too many more bananas.
Oh, banana! Oh, banana! Oh, banana! Oh, banana! Oh, banana!
So we still have 2 more blueprint turn-ins in Creepy Castle.
So we're not done yet.
But for right now, we're going to tag DK. We're going to backflip up on top of Snides. Then we're going to jump aerial. Come on. Nope. Clip out of bounds. Oh, I voided out by accident. So you can maneuver out of bounds to get back to the DK portal, and it's a little bit faster. Oh boy, I got
Oh, nice.
Oh well. So that's the slightly faster swag strat.
The
We'll do
ceiling
the
kick.
normal strat.
You just wanted to show both strats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is still a good
So we
strat.
can damage ourselves and just roll across the lava. It's fine. We got them both.
All right, so Kiwi is going to head to the last, well, not the last level of the game, but the second to last level of the game, where we actually can collect golden bananas in. He's going to head to Creepy Castle.
Hopefully it's not too spooky for anyone.
Too spooky for me.
So I'm going to hit this gate and make sure the Kosha doesn't hit me into the lava. If he does, that gate will actually respawn, and then I have to re-tag DK, re-go back over there, and then, yeah, it's just an obnoxious time loss. So we got past it. Alright, that's fine. And we'll enter Creepy Castle.
All right, so we have one of the hardest tricks of the run coming up here. So we will need complete silence to cross this bridge.
A lot of people fall on this bridge.
All right, he
All
made
right.
it.
We're fine.
Nice.
It's especially hard if you try to play with your feet.
And so we're going to tag DK. And then we're going to enter that tree that we just passed. There's a golden banana and a blueprint in there for DK. However, because we don't have lag, we can't just clip through the gate. So we have to swim through this wall and then do something similar to what we did with Lanky earlier and his cage Chibi. Just set our swim through vertical wall position and swim through shores through the side.
So Kiwi's going to grab the blueprint, and he's going to do another really fun clip here. This is just kind of like a weak scene. You can try this at home. Just roll through the wall here.
It can be a little finicky sometimes. Come on.
I cursed you. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
There we go.
There we go.
Nice.
And grab the golden banana.
And luckily the fairy didn't get in the way right there.
And so we're going to do another cool trick called Crypt Swim. So we can swim through vertical walls right through here, and then just go right in between that gap and swim underneath the entirety of the level, all the way to the crypt area. And so the door loads, and that's the crypt. And this will be the last blueprint we collect in the run. And so you may be wondering, why didn't we take Tiny here? Her blueprint we're going right past. It's actually faster just to take Diddy all the way up to Snides instead of getting Tiny's blueprint. So there's a rocket barrel right up here on a ledge. And we can just rocket barrel all the way up. And enter Snides. All right, Twitch chat and crowd. This is your second to last chance. There's only one more turn in after this.
Make us proud.
Oh, banana!
Oh, banana! Oh, banana! Oh, banana!
Keep going. And so we're going to safely walk past that Kosha. That Kosha is the least friendly enemy in the entire run, because if he hits you while you're in the air, you'll fly over the fence and fall all the way down to the bottom and have almost no way of getting back up. Oh. Almost like that.
God.
Thank you for having mercy, Kosha.
Thank you for having mercy, fence.
such a long cutscene.
Oh, banana! Oh, banana! Oh, banana!
I'm proud of you all. And so we're going to do a bit of an extended ledge clip. By being at a specific pixel, we can just fall right through this wall. Oh, grab the ledge.
We call this library clip.
There we go.
Nice.
It's pretty gaseous.
Then we can overlap some more cutscenes. And exit the library.
All right, so again, even though there are 201 total golden bananas in the game, we only have to collect 100 golden bananas to enter the final level, Hideout Helm. So Kiwi's at 98, he's about to get 99 and 100, and then we'll be on our way to collect the last key of the game.
So this is why we got Chunky's instrument ammo. If we just play our instrument immediately upon entering, we don't need to hit any of the bats, they just die. And then we can look at the wall and we can throw an orange once the golden banana spawns to skip the dance.
Nice.
By the way, we just got an anonymous $1,000 donation.
Wow, nice.
Wow.
But they left no comments.
Rip.
Well, thank you very much for that $1,000 donation.
So we're coming up on the last level boss of the run. This is King Cutouts. So the Kremlings here made a cardboard cutout of K. Rool, and you just gotta launch your Kong in his cannons and hit it.
And of course, we get to do it with Lanky.
If you miss him, you lose the Kong for the fight. So you basically have 5 chances to get him without missing him.
Somehow they rigged laser beams up to the cardboard. I wish I knew how they did that.
Some pretty advanced technology.
So this is basically the entire fight, so if we can get some more donations in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jan Skier donated $5 and said, "Loves watching your stream, Kiwi. It's great to see you at GDQ. Keep killing it, man." 64 Kongs Running donated $50 and said, "Loving all my childhood games being broken, especially DK64. Oh, banana." Artemis 150 donated $15 and said, "My friend just introduced me to SGDQ and you guys are amazing. Put my donation towards Shovel Knight Spectre of Torment, Beto's big break. Thank you." Dark Data gave us $10. "If this charity marathon was taking place inside DK64, would it be Donkey Kongs without bananas?" Fieldafar donated $8.15. "Hello everyone and greetings from Melbourne, Australia. I was so entertained by the DK64 speedrun, I just had to donate something. Loving SGDQ 2017 so far and looking forward to the rest of the event." The Electrical Man donated $10 and said, "Watching so many walls being broken makes me wonder where the building inspector was." $50 no comment donation from Euler RM. Anonymous donated $50 and said, "The time that everyone involved is putting into creating this event and promoting this cause is amazing and inspiring. To all the seen and unseen heroes of GDQ, thank you." $150 from Comrade Question, "Avoid paradoxes and save the animals." DCAO donated $50. Says, "LTW FTD, thank you everyone for your hard work for a great cause. Ratchet & Clank was one of the series that got me into gaming, and I just have to see Zem sing again."
So we actually want Tiny at the end of this fight, so that's why I got rid of Lanky. But I do it at the end of the fight just because it saves a little bit of time due to swimming being faster with Lanky.
Swaggy11 gave us $10 and said, "You guys give the gaming community a great name. Keep it up." Andrew gave us $50 and said, "Any chump can save frames. Only the best can save the animals too."
So now that we spawned the key, instead of actually going back to the middle and getting the key, because I set up myself on a specific wall, I can just swim through the wall and warp back to the middle. And so we're going to get our final golden banana. We're finally going to use Mini Monkey, the move we would have learned in Angry Aztec with Tiny. And we're just going to use that to enter this trash can here.
Wait, you're pulling the final banana out of a trash can? That's kind of gross, Kiwi.
It's fast. We need to go fast. Recycled bananas are still bananas. And now we have 100 golden bananas. And so we're just going to head as far out as possible to void out to get back to the main starting point of the level. And that's Creepy Castle.
So we have all the keys, all the bananas. So now we just have to go to the final area, Helm, to get the last key.
Now, some of you might know Hideout Helm is kind of the final level full of a bunch of mini games, having to turn off the Blast-O-Matic. Yeah, we're not interested in any of that, so we're going to be kind of just basically going through Helm completely out of bounds, and we're just going to go straight for the key. That's all we really need is the key. We don't need to shut down the Blast-O-Matic in order to beat the game. So Kiwi will turn in to the last keys here and head on up to Hideout Helm. We'll probably get some more donations here.
Hoop Yip Skip donated $5 and says, "If you read this out loud, I'll donate another $5. This donation is dedicated to my wife Alex, whose favorite game is DK64. Our love will always be like a golden banana." How romantic. GV donated $10 and said, "Guess nobody can put donkey in a corner. And here I thought my apartment had paper-thin walls. P.S. Save those animals." Anonymous $20 donation and said, "Good luck to all the runners and kill the animals."
So now that we turned in both keys, we're just going to head back to the monkey port pad that we used earlier and head up to Hideout Helm. And this is the area that basically allowed us to change the majority of no levels early. So previously we would do a route called 40 blueprints. By getting all 40 blueprints, we could actually access Snide's bonus minigames, which would take us out of main menu mode and re-enable saving. However, since we did not collect all 40 blueprints, we only collected 34, we're still in main menu mode, so we're going to have to break out a Helm.
But we'll keep that surprise for later.
And so all you really need to know at this point is I'm going to need to do what we refer to as classic chunky Helm. So there's two methods of doing Helm that are used in RTA, DK Helm and Chunky Helm. DK is usually a bit faster. It involves a trick called Switch Kick. It was shown off at the previous SGDQ where Tudos did any percent. However, because we need Chunky, what we're going to do is instead of moon kicking off this switch, we're just going to seem like we're going through it the intended way. Cross these vines. And head over to this terminal.
So Kiwi's going to use the terminal here, the corner of it, to pull himself up out of bounds. And normally we have the timer on screen to kind of help us line this up, so... Nice. Yeah, a little bit tougher to do T1 clip there without the timer, but Kiwi's very well practiced. Now, Kiwi is doing his best here to maneuver completely out of bounds until we get all the way to basically the end of Helm. If we were to inbounds here, that would be really, really bad for us. So we're just hoping to get all the way to the end. There we go.
Sometimes when you enter an area, the area like won't load, so we have to zoom the camera in to load it. So that's why you see him zooming the camera in and out.
So we can come up to the second terminal, kind of turn ourselves slightly to the right, jump at a specific spot, and just walk through the wall.
We call that T2 clip.
And just long jumping under this hallway is a bit faster.
All right, so we're coming up to the room with key 8 in it, and we're going to jump up into it and grab the key. And I'm sure you guys are all wondering, well, we jumped up into the room. How the heck are we getting out? So Kiwi's going to swap over to his Wii U gamepad here, and he's going to do a really newfound trick called falling through vertical walls. We've seen swimming through vertical walls, and there we go. First try.
But wait, there's more. He has to do it a second time to actually get out of Helm.
That's right.
Oh, that was close.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
And so that's the hardest trick of the run.
It's a really difficult trick. So he's got a skid jump in order to get enough height so he can fall from a distance. And then at the top of his skid jump, he's got to pull out his camera to put him in C up. And after you C up, if you're in the falling animation, you can just fall through a wall if you're facing the same way you are, like in swimming through vertical walls. And it can only be done with Chunky, so that's why we did Chunky Helm.
Yeah.
And so while we're turning in keys to watch everyone's favorite cutscene, I just kind of want to explain how difficult that trick is. So the skid jump is a frame perfect trick. I then have 2 to 3 frames to pull out my camera, and then depending on where I pull out my camera, I have 1 to 3 frames to exit back into out of first person to third person. So it's a very, very tight window.
And he got it first try and second try, so let's get another round of applause,
Yeah.
I think.
So this is one of the best cutscenes in the game. We got our boy Kay Lumsey here. We're gonna free him. He's gonna dance around the island here.
So for those of you guys who watched the pre-game interview with Spike and Kiwi, this is the exact cutscene that Kiwi was talking about, wishing we could skip in NLE. We currently have kind of a option, but it's still not RTA viable yet. So
We can on N64 do this though. So on N64 the cutscene is a bit laggier in terms of its loading, so you get a bit more time. Plus you have DK that actually moves quicker. So
Oh, no.
with
Watch out.
DK we can actually O-clip
There's a
through the
random
wall.
boulder.
Oh no!
But oh no.
all right, final boss hype.
And so we're just going to take warp 3 and head to the final boss. So this is King K. Rool. So we're going to have a 5-round boxing match. 1 round for each Kong. And so the first Kong being DK, we're going to climb up poles, climb into barrels, and shoot ourselves at him from the barrel like a cannon. It makes so much sense to launch monkeys out of barrels like cannonballs. Totally.
I don't know how else you plan on stopping Giant Crocodile.
All right, well, it's Kiwi versus K. Rool here for the final boss fight. So, gonna get up our nice signs and cheer our boy. Who's Kiwi?
Who's Kiwi?
Who's Kiwi?
So, to explain the Who's Kiwi thing, there's a very old DK64 runner, CFox7, who's done a few AGDQ runs of DK64. I hosted him one time after I had gotten a PB in NLE, and he was just like, who is this Kiwi guy? I have no idea who he is. And I had just improved the world record in no levels early.
Who's Kiwi?
It was just funny. So. And we haven't let him live it down since.
Shoutouts to CFox.
Yeah.
All right, so the DK phase is one of the easier phases of K. Rool. Kiwi knows the exact number of times that K. Rool punches before he's able to shoot out of the barrel. So this last one will be 7. And just like that, we're done with round 1.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Saved by the bell.
Dang, somehow he was saved by the bell when there was plenty of time left on the clock. Something's not right here.
And so this is Diddy phase. This is the hardest phase of the entire round. So we're going to take damage and make sure we land in the rocket barrel and then shoot these targets and cause lights to fall on his head.
All right, so we've fallen through walls, we've swam through walls. Are you guys ready for us to shoot through walls?
Oh, that's fine. So optimally, we can shoot through both sides of each light and hit both targets just like that. So that was a really good Diddy phase,
1,
actually.
2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Saved by the bell. So this is the second most difficult phase in K. Rool. This is Lanky phase. So what we have to do is hit these posts that spawn. That's going to put barrels that contain bananas, and we're going to throw those into the arena and make K. Rool slip on them. And so long as you move the same and place the barrels the same every time, this is a pretty consistent fight.
Yeah, so even though Kiwi isn't looking at K. Rool, he knows where to throw the barrels so that K. Rool is in between the pad and the banana. So he'll slip on this one, and we've got one more.
Very nice Lanky face.
Nice.
One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Saved by the bell. And so this is Tiny phase. It's a bit of an auto score, to say the least. All we're going to do is just wait through the toe patterns after entering the toe. And 1 hit for the first toe, 2 hits for the second, 3 for the third, 4 for the fourth. So you can read a couple donations during this. It's a fairly long fight.
Oh, I'm well aware of the length of this fight. $250 from Mitchell Smith, I guess. Always love SGDQ giving me a nerdy reason to donate to charity. Here's hoping we break some records this year. I'll continue to donate throughout the weekend, hoping to break my donation record. Larry Kong donated $50. Thank you for demolishing one of my childhood games. Kill those animals like Kiwi kills these walls.
What walls?
Beatkeeper donated $150. Watching the DK run and loving it. Doctors Without Borders is only appropriate for such an event. Keep it up, Kiwi. Oodless donated $10. First time donating, thanks to all the runners and staff for organizing such a great event. I am from Australia and mostly watching in our evenings, so all the 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. U.S. time runners, don't worry, you'll have a big audience down there watching. An anonymous $5. Hello from Detroit. I knew speedruns were a thing, but I never realized how large the communities and their reach were. I love to see video games being used for a good cause. Never been more proud to call myself a gamer. Good luck, Kiwi. $15 from Ellen Deso. Glitches, lightning fast speed, and awesome players to watch. Top that up with friends to watch with, some good food and stupid bets. Yep, it's SGDQ again. Good luck to all the runners. $5 from Watt. Hello to everyone at GDQ. This is my second GDQ I've been able to watch, and I had to stay up to watch DK64 get run. I got some side amusement listening to my little brother get annoyed every time "Oh, banana" rang through my speakers. How about it, Couch? Can I get a loud and proud "Oh, banana"?
Oh, banana!
CL Reagan with $20. I wasn't able to make it this year because work doesn't want me to have fun, but I'm more than happy to donate to such a wonderful cause. Keep up the great work and kill those animals. Anonymous $5. First time watching live and first time donating. Just got a job but haven't gotten paid yet, so I can't give much just yet. I hope that this can be of help. Juice and jam time.
So you'll see I threw an orange there at the end. I thought I actually had less oranges than I do. So it's slightly faster to throw an orange at the end of each phase. It saves a couple frames.
Before we get to the final phase, we have $10,000 from the Yeti.
Wow.
And they say, "Oh, banana." Hey. Hey all, Yeti here. What a great day for watching an amazing speedruns. There have been so many clutch moments. We're really looking forward to I Am Bread tomorrow. Bread hype. Here's another 10,000 raised from our collection. Put it towards Tetris 8-Way, Balancing Animals, Ratchet & Clank Singing, and Nest for Yeti. We want to be the special boy. Woo!
All right, so Tiny Phase is over with, so we just have to defeat K. Rool with Chunky.
2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Saved by the bell.
So chunky phase. What we're first going to do is head to the middle and pound a switch without hopefully getting hit by K. Rool. And he's just going to be bouncing around, invisible. I wish I had invisibility powers by bouncing around in a boxing ring, but, you know, we can't have everything, I guess.
And then for some reason, K. Rool becomes visible when we become invisible. Because that's how it works, right?
When one person becomes invisible, the other invisible people turn visible.
It's basic rules of physics.
And then we're just going to primate punch him at the correct time, and he takes damage.
So one of the greatest DK64 memes actually happened during the K. Rool phase once before. So there's this runner named Connor75 where He was on world record pace, about to bop the great Tudos,
At 101%.
and 101%. And he was on the final inputs, and all he had to do was press B. And y'all know what he did? He pressed A. And Connor backflipped and choked the world record.
So, just to make Connor feel a little better, we're going to backflip as well. Oops. Oh, no.
Time's coming up.
So time is on the start of this cutscene and time. So I really hope you enjoyed DK64. It's a game that's really meant a lot to me. I've played it for a very, very long time from my childhood. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I just would like to give some shout outs. First of all, to my fiance, who unfortunately could not be here. She couldn't get time off of work. We had the agreement that if I ever got to run into GDQ, she would come along, and she's unfortunately in bed at home, unable to be here, and it really means a lot that she's just out there supporting me and everything she does for me. So thank you. Also, I'd like to give a bit of shout outs to the DK64 community. So 3 people I want to mention in particular to start off with that have had a great effect on me with NLE. First, I would like to say Tiffany Fruit. I know you're probably watching. I don't know. But if we hadn't ever done that blind race, I wouldn't be here. And yeah, it means a lot. And yeah, I hope you're doing okay. Second would be Emo Arbiter. He really kind of took me under his wing along with third Tudos and really helped me improve my game. So back in 2015, there was the 3 of us all within about 1.5 to 2 minutes. And Emo and Tudos traded the record. Myself and Tudos traded the record. Then Emo and I traded the record. And although they haven't been running the category as much, it still means a lot that they put that much time and effort in really helping me bring up the level of my gameplay. Also, big shout outs to the rest of the DK64 community, the newer runners, so the Ball 96, Jaguar, Obio, Vanity, basically the whole group that kind of is always in my stream, always watching my runs. It means a lot that you're always there supporting me and pushing me to keep improving this run. Also, a lot of the older runners, Ringrush, Seafox, Zernicus, Bismuth. You guys also really helped me a lot at the start with 101. Any percent, just the community's been really helpful. So, yeah, that's all I want to say. Thank you. Thank you for having me. And, yeah, hope you enjoyed.